basketball. Jack Ike along with two-time Hall of Famer DeCarlo DeVoe as the Spartan men have a challenge this afternoon at the Bob Martinez Center taking on the 13th ranked team in the nation, the Embry Riddle Eagles. The Spartans coming in have won just one of their 6 games this year. Embry Riddle has lost just once, but that was last Wednesday night on a last-second buzzer beater against St. Leo. So the Spartans have a lot going for them today. Embry Riddle will be, as you said earlier, David and Goliath kind of a game today for Tampa. We'll get to the starting lineups. Spartan starting lineup starts with number 5, Micah Brown. He is coming back after missing 2 games with an ankle injury. Mike is a senior from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. His backcourt mate, number 10, DeAndre Harvey, a sophomore from Daytona Beach, Florida. Jonathan Bryant, third in the middle. He is number 23. And he is a senior from Orange Park, Florida. Jacob Harris, number 3 on the wing. He is a 6'8 junior from Asworth, Georgia. And number 32 in the middle is Tyson Lato. And Tyson is a sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, Whitney Young High School. For Embry Riddle, they will start number 1, Drew Nixon, and he is a sophomore from Melbourne, Florida. Number 22, Malcolm Whitlow. Whitlow is a junior, 6'1", from Lincoln, Nebraska. Another guard is Michael McAllister, number 25. McAllister is a 6'5" sophomore from Drury, Florida, West Orange High School. Number 2, Chris Murray. Murray is a 6'6" senior from Miami, Florida, Southwest Miami High School. And number 14, John Alessandro, a 6'7" junior from Beaver Creek, Ohio. So not a bad front line for the 13th ranked Embry Riddle Eagles, 6'6", 6'7", 6'6". They will have a height advantage over the Spartans going into today's game. Tip is up. Embry Riddle controls. Gets the ball to Murray.
Yeah, just like last season, Coach Steve Ritter has a pretty formidable 3-guard lineup. We've seen the women play very formidably with their 3-guard lineup, and here he is, same conference, different
Push Lato out of the way there. Murray scoring.
All the jump shots they put up, and they start with an inside layup. Embry Riddle, that is.
That's Micah Brown with the ball, top of the key. DeAndre Harvey out to Jacob, missing that one. Jacob Harris on the jumper. 2-0 Embry Riddle. Pass inside to Murray. Takes about a 10-foot jumper, falls through.
Wow.
Richard Schmidt, head coach of the Spartans. Steve Ritter, head coach of Embry Riddle. That's about 70-some years of coaching experience.
Easily.
At the same schools. Spartans don't get back in a dunk, and Embry Riddle's off to a 6-0 lead on the dunk by McAllister.
Embry Riddle out to a quick start with a touchdown. They're just missing an extra point.
And they're putting full court pressure on the Spartans as well. Jonathan Bryant out top. Going to let go with a jumper. Spartans on the board, 7-3. 6-3, I should say.
He cuts the lead in half. Good
Good
block,
board
Jacob.
by Harris. Harvey pushes. Brown, jumper, good. Good to see him come back 2 days out with an ankle injury. Takes a jumper and hits it.
Yeah, he's much needed, not only his scoring, but his on-court leadership. He's one of the players that the other players, especially the younger guys, look up to for positive reinforcement on the court.
Alessandro hitting that jumper. And pressure in the backcourt again. Spartans able to beat it. Leto gets it to Harvey. Micah Brown. Harvey now with the ball. Harris. 4 on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Brown, fade away, hits the rim. Embry Riddle the other way. Long 3, in and out. Rebound Embry Riddle though. That's Alessandro with the rebound. Another 3. This one's good. Whitlow hitting that one. Whitlow's last 2 games, he's averaging 14-5 on the year, but his last 2 games, 23 and 24. So he's been their big gun the last 2 games, even though they did lose one of them. 11-5. And Spartans will get the ball. Tipped out of Micah Brown's hands.
You got to have a man release prior to dribbling and picking up your dribble right into the trap. You got to be able to release that pass to beat the pressure.
Harvey, quick release, won't fall. Good drive, tipped away, out of bounds, Tampa ball. By the way, Yarden Willis, the 7-foot starter for the Spartans, is out with an ankle injury, so that certainly doesn't help. Nick Kovacevic cleared to play after an injury. There's a steal. May or may not play today. He finally had his first full practice in over a year. Drive the lane, disrupted, gets his own rebound. That's Whitlow. Murray on the drive. Leto guarding him. Just kind of muscles him around and it falls through. 13-5. 7-0 run.
Leto has to hold his ground a bit more. If he's able to, he forces a miss.
Harris, nice jumper. Harris has come on and playing well lately, too, for the Spartans. Jacob Harris averaging 14-2 for Tampa. Nice rebound there by McAllister. McAllister, another player who's come on lately, 10-9 on the average. But this last 2 games, 17.
Oh, whoa!
Bryant. They forgot to cover him.
Send it in. John Bryant. Send it in.
John Bryant.
Good finish. And that's the type of ability he has that he has to always exemplify when he's on the court to make the defense pay. The John Bryant last season would have settled for the 3. The John Bryant this season took it down and smashed it in the rim.
And he just had the steal. Oh, off of Micah Brown's hands out of bounds.
Yeah, misjudgment. He should have just let it go.
Now, the first signal was, okay, they changed it. They first signaled that it was Tampa ball, but it was obvious it went off Micah's hands. So we are at the 14:25 mark, the first under 16 timeout. We'll take a break. Tampa trails 15-9.
I said TCU should have kicked the field goal. They went for the touchdown.
Did they not score?
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs.
Spartans putting on some full court pressure, reciprocating for what Embry Riddle had been doing. Into the Spartan lineup as they make a change. Drives in. Spartans bring in Jesse White, a sophomore from Portland, Oregon. Good shooter, very quick. He comes in for DeAndre Harvey. Micah Brown deep, good. Micah shooting well for the Spartans to start. Backcourt pressure again for Tampa. Micah's a 32
stops right here.
32% three-point shooter. Looked at a three, backed out. 10 on the shot clock. Drive by Nixon. Tipped away. Right into the hands of Embry Riddle's Whitlow, and he laid it in. Actually, McAllister with the rebound. 19-12. Harvey, or Micah Brown and White in the backcourt.
UT's already given up 4 offensive rebounds, and all of them have led to points by Embry Riddle.
Yep. Brown, no good. Fighting for it is Lato, but rebounded by McAllister. Lobbing it inside too far, out of bounds, Tampa ball.
Ode of good sportsmanship by Jacob Harris, helping up the opponent.
DeAndre Harvey coming back in. And Micah Brown will rest. And Steve Ritter will counter with a couple substitutions of his own. I'll tell you this, one of my little pet peeves, and it's because I'm old. I really don't like black uniforms and dark blue numbers from up here. It's worse for football.
Gotcha.
Kick back out. Jonathan Bryant off the rim, no good.
He had to reach down for that pass, which took him away from the rim, away from his shot.
Skip pass, deep corner. On the drive, kick back out. Murray, jumper, good. 21-12. Embry Riddle very efficient at this point, 10 for 16. Spartans are 500 shooting, 5 of 10, but they've taken as many shots as Embry Riddle has made.
It's the offensive rebounds, Jack, the offensive rebounds and scores that create the margin for Embry Riddle right now. They got a 3 off of an offensive rebound and several layups.
Foul is on Murray in the lane, and we are also at the under 12 timeout. So we'll step out. Embry Riddle on top of Tampa, 21-12.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Now they
NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Actually, they're playing now.
Spartans will inbound. Jacob Harris under the basket. Looking, lofts it out to Jesse White. Bryant and Harvey playing catch. Shot clock under 10. Spartans need to run something here. Out to Bryant. Looks with 3 seconds. Loses the ball. Quickly up court. They find Whitlow, and he lays it in. 23-12.
Double-digit deficit for UT, first of the game.
And Jacob Harris knocks it down. Scoreboard went out for a second, but Jake Harris hitting the jumper, 3-point jumper. He has 5 on the night for Tampa. Earlier today, not all that much earlier, Tampa women is 70-55 winner over Embry Riddle. Spartan women go to 7-0 on the year. 8-0 on the year, I should say. And 3-0 in conference play. We have one of the scoreboards at the right side of us is the score and the time are on the board, but the bottom half with fouls and timeouts is out, so they can live with that. And they will. Here we go. Embry Riddle with the ball. That's Murray. Micah Brown back in the Spartan lineup. Jesse White out. No, Jesse White. Yeah, he is out. Long three. Off the rim. No good. Inside position and in.
Another offensive rebound given up by the Spartans.
That was Whitlow. And Whitlow has 11 already on an offensive putback.
That's where having a big 7-footer would definitely help. And look who's about to check into the game for the Spartans.
Yep, they got Nick. I talked to Tyler Zacher just before the game, and he said, depending on the situation, we might use him. He's rusty, but he's talented.
Right now, his size should help. His
Nick
6'9"
Kovacevic.
frame.
Long three. Oh, rattles home. And that was Whitlow. And Whitlow has 12. Actually, they gave it to McAllister, 25. 28-15. Lato, quiet to this point in the game. Brown, fadeaway, fouled on the wrist.
Bad foul. Got him on the elbow. Terrible foul. All you have to do is challenge that shot, but luckily it works out for the UT Spartans, and hopefully Micah can hit these 2 free throws.
He'll take 2. That is his first free throw miss of the year. And Steve Ritter making major substitutions. Nick Kovacevic in. Nick injured last year mid-season, had to miss the whole season. Pretty devastating leg injury. He's a transfer from Hillsborough College. And he's in for Jonathan Bryant right now. So Lato, and he missed them both. Micah Brown tracks down his own rebound. Bryant Brown missing. He's been getting a lot of playing time. He is a sophomore from Waukegan, Illinois. But he's had knee injuries his first 2 years here. Finally healthy again. He's a scorer. He was a 2,000-point scorer in high school, and yet you don't do that by accident.
No, not at all. Health is definitely wealth.
Just has to get healthy. And now the referees have stopped play over at the scorer's table. 28-15. Embry Riddle on top. And don't believe there was a timeout called. Now they're resetting the scoreboard. Putting 9:48 on the scoreboard. Upcoming schedule for the Spartans is they've got a 2-week break now. I would think finals are coming up, so 2-week break. So we won't be back here for a men's game till Saturday, December 17th, North Georgia. And then on the 18th, Flagler in the Tampa Holiday Classic. Next conference game, not until December 29th, and that is a Thursday night, when Palm Beach Atlantic comes to town. So 3 more games in the month of December for Tampa men's basketball. All home games. Tampa's lone win of the year was a conference win over Barry, 72-69, right here on this court 2 weeks ago. Still working on the scoreboard. Now they've got it down to 9:05. I do not remember what it was before the lights went out. Spartans have gotten some basketballs out and getting some shooting in.
The only good thing with this little malfunction is that Tampa didn't have to use a timeout to kill the momentum of Embry Riddle. Hopefully they can gather themselves. The momentum of Embry Riddle is somewhat, I won't say it's completely stopped, but it's halted at the moment, and UT can use this as a springboard to cut into this 13-point lead.
Embry Riddle said, all right, if you're going to take some shots, we're going to take some shots.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about the scoreboard that's still not working right.
And just to let you guys know how sports are, we just had the Final Four of the NCAA football campaign just announced to us just this past, Thursday?
Yeah, that they're
Friday.
expanding.
Think Georgia #1,
Michigan
number 2,
TCU was 3,
TCU
and USC was 4.
Right, and in their conference, 2 of the 3 want 50%. The third and fourth seeds have already been knocked out, so it gives way to Ohio State and Alabama getting right back in
Now
to play for a potential national championship.
That doesn't mean TCU and USC are out, but it most likely kicked them out.
Right.
It's all rankings at this point, or numbers.
Yeah, so sports, I mean, no matter how lopsided going into the game it may be, you still have to play the game.
And Michigan plays Purdue tonight.
Right.
And Georgia must be playing. Who's Georgia playing?
Georgia's playing
Tennessee?
LSU now as we
LSU?
speak. Yes. And LSU lost their last game of the season, regular season, not to South Carolina, I forgot, to Texas A&M, yeah.
All right, apparently we like what we see on the scoreboard, so let's continue. Embry Riddle with the ball. Out up top. Shot clock at 10. Got Lato up in the air, drive in the lane, good. That is Sully just into the lineup. So even off the bench, an athletic player comes in and scores. They've doubled up the Spartans 30-15, 8:30 to go in the first half. Kovacevic with the ball. Finds Micah Brown. Free throw line jumper, good. Micah having a good game.
Much needed score.
Needs some defensive stops, though.
You can say that again, Jack.
Defensive stops and rebounds. Embry Riddle has made as many baskets as the Spartans have shot. Micah Brown again, imploring his teammates to let's get going. 30-20. Micah with 10 has half of Tampa's points.
That's the leadership they were missing while he was out. It's not just the scoring, it's the leadership, the will.
In the lane, dipping under, can't get it up, tipped away out of bounds. That'll be Embry Riddle ball. And that's the under 8 timeout coming up. So with 7:31 to go in the half, Spartans have cut it to 30-20. We'll step out as well. Tampa down 10. good shooter, and they'll give you a wide open three, but I don't think you work for it. You work to go in.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Once again,
Embry Riddle to in.
NCAA.
Seconds to go. Into the hands of Alessandro.
Got to turn him. Got to turn him.
Guarding him. 13. 10. Alessandro out wide. Trying to back down Harvey. Shot, foul called, and Murray will get some free throws. That is the ninth team foul. So it's unless he was shooting. I think he was shooting, right? So he'll get 2. But not a bad move because he's got to hit 2 to tie.
Right.
Murray to shoot. 4.5 seconds to go. Spartans by 2. Murray's throw is net. 1 point game. Whitlow back in. Dillard out. Murray with the second free throw. This to tie the game.
Got a rebound.
For the tie. Hit them both. We're tied with 4.5 seconds. Will the Spartans get a shot? Inbound to Micah Brown. 3 on the clock. He's got time. Tipped away, and we're going to overtime. Don't think the shot would have counted, but it was pretty close.
Got to get a shot off in that possession, make or miss.
We will play 5 more minutes. Spartans trailed by 14 at half. Outscored Embry Riddle 37-23 in the second half. Did not get a lead until about 3 minutes to go in the game. Very entertaining game. And a lot of credit to Tampa to come back in this game understaffed today.
I really would have liked both free throws from DeAndre Harvey to put even more pressure on Embry Riddle. But nevertheless, we're here in overtime with still a chance to close it out.
Harvey hit both free throws, it would have changed the play down here.
Yes.
They wouldn't have gone inside to Murray.
Yes, definitely.
They'd have had to work for a 3. Changes a lot of things. Give Murray credit for hitting 2 big free throws with 4.5 seconds to play. We'll jump it up. Spartans have nobody in major foul trouble. Leto has 3. Jesse White has 3. Embry Riddle with 2 players with 4. That's Murray and McAllister. And Whitlow with 3. So 3 of their premier players in some foul difficulty. Leto and McAllister to jump. Tipped into the hands of Murray. Alessandro quickly up court, guarded by Harvey. Tries to drive the lane, off the glass and in. First strike of the overtime, Embry Riddle. Harris, Brown, Less than 10 on the shot clock. Into the hands of Harvey. 5 on the shot clock. Drives the lane. Out to Bryant. 3 on the way. Off the rim, no good. Did that hit the rim? I think it hit the rim. Referee's checking it. It should be Tampa ball on the rebound. Yes, it is. Bryant's shot was long, but I think skimmed over the rim on the way past. So, and then Tampa then did track it down. So that should put 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little better of a shot attempt.
Yeah.
Being wide open on the island from John Bryant. And he's hit several threes earlier in the game, so don't make the moment bigger than you, the player.
Harris to inbound. 18 on the shot clock. Basically said they'd already used 2 seconds. Inbound to Harvey. Spartans now trailing by 2 in overtime. Bryant drives the lane, stops, looks, still in the lane, throw it away. Alessandro with the steal, drives, puts it up and in. 4-point Embry Riddle lead. Not the start you wanted in overtime.
Not a good start in this overtime, just as we started the game with a 6-0 deficit. Now it's a 4-0 deficit.
Harvey missing it. Bryant rebounds
Right.
in. Tough play by Jonathan Bryant.
That's him just using his athletic ability, going up and jumping higher than the defense, getting the ball, and laying it back in.
72-70. Murray, guarded by Lato. Backs him down, turns around, puts it up and in.
We need more resistance by Tyson.
Tyson has 3. He could have put up a little more there. Murray's the one with 4.
Right.
3 minutes to go in the overtime. Embry Riddle by 4. Harvey, top of the key. Gonna drive, kicks it out to Bryant. 3 on the way. Good.
Yes.
1-point game.
That's the shot we need from John Bryant right there.
Quickly down to Murray. This time he backs it out to Alessandro. He's going to drive the lane, put it up. Bryant deflects it, but a foul called on the drive. And Lato now holding his thigh or his kneecap. He left earlier with a hamstring. Jesse White coming in, and he's coming in for Lato, so they're giving up a big man for a guard. Leaving it up to Jake Harris and Jonathan Bryant in the middle. Alessandro will shoot. I take that back, it's Whitlow. Rolls around, no good. Whitlow, 25 points today. Hits that one. 2-point lead. We're halfway through overtime. 2.5 to go. Harvey, right side. Gets a pick from Bryant. Looks, drives, pumps, no good. On the floor. Taken by Harris. Out to Bryant. Bryant for 3. Back of the rim, no good. Kind of floated on that one. 2 minutes to go. Whitlow inside. McAllister scores. Back to a 4-point Embry Riddle lead. Jesse White into the front court. Finds Harvey. Behind the back, nowhere to go. Out to White. White for three. No good. Embry Riddle rebounds. Whitlow in the lane. Won't stop. Blocked by Harris. Rebound, though, by Sully. Goes out of bounds. Tampa ball. 1:05 left in overtime. A 4-point Embry Riddle lead.
I tell you this. We're missing our 7-footer, but Jake is in there. Jacob Harris, that is in there giving up great rim protection.
He's got 11 rebounds today and a couple blocks and a timeout called. Tampa calls timeout. We'll step out for a brief one and be right back for the final minute.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. And we get wild, wild, wild.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
.59 seconds to play. Tampa inbounding, trailing by 4. We are in overtime. Tampa against 13th ranked Embry Riddle. Harvey on the dribble. Looks to drive, kicks it out to White. Harris from deep three. Good! And Steve Ritter calls a quick timeout as the lead is down to 1 with 44 seconds to go.
Harvey has defined Jacob Harris a bit sooner. He's doing a little too much with the ball, and it's kind of wasting precious time because right now the clock is our enemy. We got to get quick scores.
Referee stopped play after the basket. I think he said Steve Ritter got the timeout. Not sure what. Now they're telling the teams to come back out on the court. No timeout. There was no timeout called, so we will just keep playing with 45 seconds to go.
Well, that was a good find by Jesse White to find the shooter. Good heads-up play by him.
So Spartans need a stop here. 1 point game, 40 seconds to go in overtime. White guarding Nixon. Nixon tries to go down the lane, comes back out, finds Murray. White on him. That's a mismatch, but the Spartans with a double team. Back out, and it's a violation. That's backcourt violation.
Yep.
Spartans will get the ball with 22 seconds.
Well, I will tell you this. If Chris Murray is Superman, passing may be his kryptonite. Because he threw a ball away earlier trying to get it to Michael McAllister on a wide-open break, nobody in front of him, and it went out of bounds. And now on the double-triple team, he tried to throw it back out to a teammate, and it results in a backcourt violation where Spartans retain possession down 1 at 76-77. So any type of score right here puts the Spartans in the driver's seat.
Harris will inbound, 22.2 seconds to go. Shot clock is at 20, so apparently, I don't know, there should not be a shot clock on. There was no turnover. Or it was a turnover, but Spartans now call a timeout. But there should not be any shot clock.
No.
And you don't want that to distract a player.
No, it will distract them.
Though the only thing, you're not going to settle for a last-second shot. Al McGuire, the great Marquette coach from years ago, always wanted a shot with about 5 seconds to go if you were trailing, because you may need to rebound and put it back up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's time for a rebound and even a quick kick out.
Kick out. Time to at least get another one. We are back on in 2 weeks with the Spartan Holiday Classic. North Georgia will be here for the men's game. See who inbounds the ball for Tampa. White on the floor, Harris on the floor, Bryant, Harvey, Brown, and Jake Harris to inbound. Spartans trail by 1. Harris has the ball, gives it to Harvey. Clock ticks to 20. What do they set up? White has the ball, back to Harvey. Harvey back out. Brown. 10 seconds. Got to run something. Down to 5. Harvey drives the lane, puts it up, and no, but a foul. Is there a foul called? And they still left 20 on the shot clock, which should not have been on. It is a foul called. Harvey on the drive will go to the line. He gets 2. It's 10 fouls, and he was shooting. DeAndre Harvey.
Yeah, he has a chance at redemption right here. 1 to tie, 2 to win.
1.1 seconds to go. He shoots 2. First one. Tied. We are tied. One more free throw for DeAndre Harvey.
They're going to try to freeze him.
Steve Ritter calls timeout. We'll stay here. It is 77-77.
I would love when people try to freeze me, because all I would tell them, you're giving me more time to relax. Shoot. Go there and knock it down. They still got to hold for 1.1 seconds, but I like my chances holding for 1.1 seconds. Leading the game by 1 point.
So Harvey hits the big one, which ties the game. He'll get a second one to put the Spartans up, but Embry Riddle will have 1.1 seconds.
They probably got to go the length of the court, though.
Yeah, they do.
With 1.1 seconds. They don't get the ball at the half.
And I love that rule, that you can't get the ball at half court.
Right.
And the one thing you want to do on an inbounds is hope that you get the player coming toward the ball to catch it, not going away from the ball down court.
Right.
You want them to have to catch it and pivot.
Make them catch it going towards the ball instead of towards the basket.
Harvey to the line.
This is it right here. This is why you play basketball or sports in general. For these moments.
Got it. Spartans by 1. And another timeout.
UT has fought their way right back. Even after being down a quick 4 points in this overtime.
Now, you want to put resistance, but you don't want to be so close you foul them.
Right.
I mean, it's going to be desperation no matter what. So you
got to
don't
stay
need
away
to be that close.
Because they're going to be looking for body contact to try and create something. Right now, Embry Riddle feels that they got shafted by that call by the official, but there was ample resistance given by DeAndre Harvey, which impeded his progress in getting that shot off.
You know, I didn't see him complaining about it, though. I
don't think it's going to change anything.
No.
They're down 1 point.
Right. I didn't see him complain about the foul, though. There were 3 Embry Riddle players around Harvey when he drove.
Right. This will be a big lift for UT to break the 3-game losing skid. Coming at home, Micah Brown returning to the lineup after missing 2 games.
And without your 7-foot center.
Right, and then it just gives us time to wait for big.
Yannick is in the game. Yannick Olma, 6'9", coming in to put a little resistance.
That's
They're going
good.
to try to throw it long. You want them coming forward. They're throwing it long. Tipped by Micah at the buzzer.
Wow.
Spartans win the game. Tampa
Wow.
has defeated the 13th ranked Embry Riddle Eagles 78-77. A huge win for the Tampa Spartans. And I tell you what, Yannick Olma only played 1 second, but he stood tall there.
Wow, huge victory. Huge victory.
Spartans trailed 14 at half, tied it, and then won it in overtime. Quick recap of the scoring. Jake Harris, 12 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double. Micah Brown, 19 points on the day. DeAndre Harvey, 3 huge free throws with 11 points. Jonathan Bryant leading the Tampa Brigade with 21 and 8 rebounds. Tyson Lato, 13. Jesse White with 2. That's the scoring. Spartans hit 26 of 65, 40%. On the other side, Murray with 18. Whitlow with 26. McAllister with 11. Sully with 11.
Another W.
Alessandro did not score.
Put him up.
Simpson with
West
2.
side.
Dillard with 2. And that is the scoring. Spartans with a big win tonight. 78-77. The final score ends the slide. Tampa now 2-4 on the season. Embry Riddle has lost 2 straight to fall to 6-2.
Coming up.
Our next game, 2 weeks from today on Saturday, the 17th, with North Georgia, the first game of the Tampa Holiday Classic. For Andre, 2-time Hall of Famer DeCarlo DeVoe, this is Jack Ike saying thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks on TampaSpartans.tv.